practices from Scrum, Kanban, DevOps, Lean software development, Lean startup, and more. Ultimately, it's a practical guide that will allow you to successfully bring Agile development to your team and organization. Or it will help you discover that Agile isn't a good choice for your situation. Second, this book exists to help you master the art of Agile development. Mastering agility means going beyond a cookbook of practices. Software development is too context-sensitive for one approach to be a perfect fit, and too nuanced for any book to teach you how to master it. Mastery comes from within, from experience and an intuitive understanding of the ripples caused by a pebble of a choice. I can't teach you how your choices will ripple throughout your organization. I don't try. You must provide the nuance and understanding. This is the only way to master the art. Follow the practices, watch what happens. Think about why they worked or didn't work. Then repeat. What was the same? What was different? Why? Then do it again and again. At first, you may struggle to understand how to apply each practice. They can look easy on paper, but putting some practices into action will be difficult. Keep practicing until they're easy. As Agile becomes easier, you'll discover that some of my advice doesn't work for you. In the beginning, you won't be able to tell if the problem is in the instructions I provide or in the way you're following them. Keep practicing until you're certain. When you are, break the rules. Modify my guidance to work better for your specific situation. Every practice has an experiments and alternatives section with ideas to explore. One day, rules will no longer hold any interest for you. After all, Agile isn't about following rules. It's about simplicity and feedback, communication and trust. You'll think it's about delivering value and having the courage to do the right thing at the right time. You'll evaluate myriad possibilities, moment to moment, and intuitively pick the best course of action. When you do, pass this book on to someone else, so they too can master the art of Agile development. For the pragmatists. What if you don't want to master a so-called art? What if you just want to develop good software? Don't worry, this book is for you too. I take my years of experience with Agile development and distill them down into a single, clearly defined, comprehensive approach. That allows me to use plain, straightforward language. I include a lot of practical tips. I candidly describe when my approach won't work and what alternatives to consider when it doesn't. Chapter 2 will help you get started. There's a downside to discussing just one approach. No single approach is appropriate for everyone. My advice may not be appropriate for your team or organization. Listen to chapters 4 and 5 to understand the overall conditions needed for success, and check the prerequisites section of each practice for specifics. But don't assume a particular practice won't work for you. Some of the practices in this book are counterintuitive or just don't sound like fun. Most of them work best in concert with the others. If you can, try the practices as written for a few months. Gain some real-world experience with how they work in your environment, then change them. I've been putting these ideas into practice for more than 20 years. In the right environment, they really work. Agile development has been more fun and more successful than any other approach to software development I've tried. Come join the ride. What's new in the second edition? The second edition of The Art of Agile Development is a complete, ground-up rewrite of the first edition. It retains the down-to-earth, practical approach of the first edition, along with most of the first edition's practices. But nearly all of them have been rewritten to take advantage of 14 years of advancements in Agile practice, not to mention 14 more years of experience on my part. I've completely restructured the book to allow for incremental adoption and to better reflect teams' real-world Agile usage. The principles and customization discussed in Part 3 of the first edition have been distributed among the practices to make them more prominent and accessible, and I've expanded every practice with suggestions for